Okay, so some critics of public funding for this research project have maintained that only if it can be indicated how the public will benefit from the project is continued public funding for it justified.
All right, so let's stop here. What is this saying?
So at least one person of this public,
At least one critic.
yeah, at least one critic of the public funding for this project says that so if public funding for this project is justified, then they'll indicate how it will benefit, how the public will
Only
benefit.
if it can be indicated how, yes, how the public will benefit. Excellent. Look at you. Only if introducing necessary, because only has an N in it. So only. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, continue on.
If the critics were right about this, so right about what they just claimed, then there would not be the tremendous public support for the project that even its critics acknowledge. So, yeah.
So if the critics were right about this, then there would not be the tremendous amount of public support for the project. So there has been tremendous support. So only if, okay, so what must have happened? So they're saying if these were true, so if they were right about this.
Yeah, if J and then RB, right? If that's what it's trying to say, and then it would connect with like no tremendous public support.
If we were right about this, then there would not be tremendous support. Yes. But we had tremendous support, right?
Because it says would not be, right?
Yeah.
So that's
there is tremendous support, so they're not right. So they're not right about this. So this is not correct.
So yeah, we have to negate.
So I bet that's going to be what our answer is, but we can see. Yeah. Okay. What does A say?
A says the benefit derived from the research project are irrelevant to whether or not its funding is justified.
Do you like this one, leave this one, or hate it?
I feel like it's not supported by our like what we just wrote down.
What part is not?
I think it's like the benefits derived from the project are irrelevant, right? To whether or not
irrelevant. Like we're just saying that this is not like only if this happens, but I think irrelevant is just too strong. Like the benefits could still be relevant. It might just not be the only way to justify it.
Yeah. Okay. So continued public funding for the research project is justified. Well, they're not right, so it's not justified. So that's why that's wrong.
But they're not right. We don't even know if it happened or not. But yeah, it's not right because we don't know if they're justified or not.
Yeah. Well, we do know that they're not justified, right? Because we said that there's tremendous support, so that means they're not right. And if they're not right, then.
But they're not right about it. But that doesn't mean that it happened. They're not right that this would be the only way to maintain it. We don't know if they're justified in doing it or not. We just know that this like sufficient necessary condition is not accurate.
Oh.
Like they're saying like if it's justified, there must be the public, but like it must indicate how the public will benefit. We're saying that like it can be justified without knowing if the public will benefit or not.
That's what that means by saying they're not right.
Yeah. Like we're saying like this fact or this idea is not right.
Got it. Okay. Did we read C? I don't think so, right?
No, nope.
Okay, so public support for the research project is the surest indication of whether or not it is justified. I would say that's wrong because
we don't know the surest way.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So there's tremendous public support for the research project because it can be indicated how the public will benefit from it. There's no like trigger for that. Like
there is tremendous support because we don't know, and we're saying that this isn't true. We're saying that it doesn't, we don't know if it can be indicated how the public will benefit from it or not. Right?
Yes. We don't
know, and we don't know if there is tremendous public support because this happened. We don't say that.
Because of the tremendous support. Yeah.
We actually say if it were true, then there wouldn't be. So it's actually kind of the opposite.
Okay. That a public benefit can be indicated is not a requirement for the justification of the research project, continued public funding. I mean, that's right, because of we crossed everything else out.
We said this is not, or let me get a different color. We said this is not true. And that's exactly what this is saying. They're saying that this is not a requirement for it to be justified. Which is why it's E. Another tough one.
I see. Okay, so tremendous support means that they're not right. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to justify it to receive public support.
Yes, there, you just explained it perfectly.
Whoa, convoluted. I see. Okay.
You're like, what? Why can't you just say, like, why do you have to say